up, fellow comedians? Bum, 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 bum. I was just listening to that. Anyway, as I'm sitting here, I was thinking about what was I going to talk to my fellow comedians about? A lot of comedians always ask me, how do you get booked? Now, first of all, let me just say that I'm not no superstar of comedy by any means. I'm just a working comic. So whatever I tell you is just through my experiences. I'm not claiming to be somebody I'm not, or being at some level I'm not. This is just simply the words of a working comic. How do I get booked? How do you get booked? Well, number one is you have to get that act perfected. You got to be funny, man. And I mean funny, funny, funny. Are you funny, funny, funny? Huh? Yeah, I thought so. So make sure you funny, funny, funny first before you start trying to get booked all over the place. You wonder why you're not getting booked, and everybody's looking at your jokes, and they're not seeing the magnificent funniness you think you seeing. It's not there. It's not. They're not laughing. You look in the crowd, they're not laughing. 3 people laugh. 75 of them was looking at you like you need to go on back to college. So first, make sure you're funny. Second thing you might want to do to get increase your bookings is videoing your sets. Seriously, you got to video your sets. You got to get real good video. I don't mean you need to go out and buy no $3,500 camera and have lighting and everything like that, but you got to just have a very good, visible, close enough 3/4 length of you doing a great set. Preferably, a lot of places want anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes just to say, okay, this guy's funny. I always keep a short set, and I have a full set. You know, some people want to see what you can do. They want to see you handle a crowd for a full 45 to an hour. So I have that set too. So you have these 2 sets. Now, the 3 to 5 minute, you can put that up on YouTube. You can throw it on your website, whatever you want to do. Your full set, if you decide to have a full set that you want to show to certain bookers, that might be something you want to keep on private in your YouTube account and just send them the link when they need to see it. Because you don't want to give all your stuff away unless you got enough stuff where you can afford to give stuff away. After that, let's see. Now you've become funny. You have your video ready to show people. The question is, where are you putting this video? Do you have a good YouTube account? Is your YouTube account up to date? Are you constantly adding content to it? Do you have a website? Are you putting your video up on your website? Are you letting people know that you're out there? Are you throwing little tidbits up now and then on your Instagram and your Twitter and your Facebook and your Snapchat and your 64 other thousand social media outlets that you're using to bullshit on all damn day? Well, if you're not doing these things, you're not allowing yourself to get certain bookings. Booking sites are great. You got Gigmaster, Gig Salad, you got Gig Mama, Gig Papa. Every goddamn site on the planet is set up now where you can have a presence out there where people can see you, and that's what you want. Hell, I was with one. I'm with one site called Rooftop Comedy. Rooftopcomedy.com. I got to check that. I'll put it in the rest of this blog so that you know what I'm talking about. But they actually have a great setup where, and it might be a pay account. I don't know. I don't want to be out there lying to you. But it sets up this beautiful EPK, Electronic Press Kit, for you. So when people, you can actually send this link. It'll have your video, have pictures that they can download. It'll have your bio. Beautifully placed. I'm sorry, just had lunch, and you're lucky you can't even smell that. Anyway, so having an EPK is important. I myself have about 3 different EPKs. I have a setup through Rooftop Comedy. I have a setup through my website where I have an actual EPK, and then I know I'm on another site. I can't think of what it is right now, and that I have the same thing: a video, downloadable pictures, and bio information. You see, these are things you want to do. You want to be out there. This is not 1992 where you had to get in front of every single person all the time and word of mouth always got you where you were going to go. No, this time, word of mouth is still out there. Word of mouth is still very important. And by using social media and your website and all these other outlets, you can still get that word of mouth buzzing. But first thing you got to do is you got to be super funny. Second thing you got to do is get some video ready. And also another good thing to do is have good, clean video ready. I'm telling you, 5 minutes of clean is more powerful than 15 minutes of funny dirty. People like clean. I personally like a little spice to my set, but I get it. Some people want clean. There's a lot of clean comics out there that's working way more than you. Why is he working more than me and I'm way funnier than him? Because he's probably clean. He can probably be booked in a lot of places you can't. No, he is not tearing the room down, but he's a good comic. Crowd's happy. They go home. That's it. You're funniest man on the earth talking about titties and ass. But this guy is talking about stuff that their kids can go to. People like to take their families out to events, and you want to be the one that they book for that as well as for the spicy shows. So it's having a range. It's important. Having that 3 to 5 minutes. You can have 3 to 5 minutes of clean. You can have 3 to 5 minutes of dirty. You can have a full set for somebody that you want to show to. But it's giving yourself the opportunity to be seen by a lot of people. That's an important thing. Now, another thing, and how do I get booked, is having a website that's actually up to date. I have 1,000 comedic friends that have websites, have the audacity to say, here's my website, myname.com, and you go there and it's horrible. There's no content. It hasn't been updated in 9 months. It's a shitty 1992 website with some little dancing figure on it that's been dancing since 92. You have to keep your stuff updated. We are in a social media society now. We are in a computer virtual society. People live off what you do virtually as well as what you do for real. I'm telling you, you see it out there. All we do is go on our computer. You don't see nobody's face no more. You see the top of their scalp before you see their eyes, right? So that tells you that if they're doing that all the time, if your name gets mentioned in conversation, do you think they run out and go see your show? No, the first thing they do is they go to your website or they go to your social media. They find out who you are, what you look like, and then they see where your content is, and then they check out your content. If your content isn't chock full and ready to go, you are effing up. You are preventing yourself from getting booked. I get booked from a bunch of different ways. No, one of the ways I get booked is through Gigmaster, Gig Salad, and one other one I'm with right now. I just can't think. And these sites send me, they send me what's going on. They send me some event, and then it's up to me to make a bid on these events, and I make decent bids that work for me and work for a client, or they'll counter offer me, and I got a gig. That's it. And then I get my organic bookings through fellow bookers and people that know me. And then every now and then I get the word of mouth. Hey, I heard you were funny. We got a show, blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying? And then I have people that book me consistently every year because I give them a good show. Because I host line. Host line is going to be another blog of mine that you're going to have to look at. Host lining. Host lining is important. Well, at least it is for me. Keeps me booked because it keeps something different every time you see me. Anyway, so like I said, if you want to get booked more, you got to make yourself more available and keep your content up to date. I blog. You know why I blog? Because blogging is great for raising my ranking in Google. So blogging works when my ranking is up in Google and someone types in, I need a comedian for a show. I come up because I'm in those rankings. I'm under comedian Gerald Benford. Therefore, people are constantly seeing me and I'm the guy to get. You see what I'm saying? Keeping your content up to date, keeping your website up to date is so inexpensive now. The cost of all these beers that you guys are drinking at shows, I'm with you comics. You can't bullshit me. When I say, hey, you have to invest a few bucks, I don't really think you need business cards anymore, but people still use them. Business cards are 15, 20 bucks now. Get a business card just to have it. People still take business cards and they'll call you and book you. $15, $20. I don't have money to spend. Your ass was drunk last night at last night's show. You spent $45 in alcohol. So don't tell me you can't afford to update your website and get some business cards. It's a simple thing to do. That's it. You want to get booked? You're going to have to make the investment. I've spent tons of money to keep myself getting booked. That's it. There's no secret. How to get booked. Be funny. Be seen. Be booked. That's it. I'm out. Peace.